Amelie. Thank you so much for being here today. We're so excited that we get to interview you. I would love if you could introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Amelie Kurshuk, longtime author. We're working on a nature preserve and many more.
Awesome. I would love if you could tell me what your books are about.
So I have 3 books: Foxtails, Foxtails 2, and Wolf Tales will be out soon before Christmas. And so Foxtails 1 is about how my main characters, Hazel and Naya, meet. Foxtails 2 is about both Hazel and Naya, but they're not really the main characters anymore. Their little sibling Fern is. And Wolf Tales is kind of like a secret for now.
Love it. What inspired you to write your books?
Well, there was this one fox vixen. I can't remember what we named her, but we named her something. And she had 3 or 4 fox kits next to our house, and they were these beautiful, like fiery eyed foxes, and inspired me to show the world about them.
Love that. When you were writing your books, who were you thinking of when it comes to who your books are for?
So it's not really like a person that anybody will ever see. It's more like to Mother Nature, to schools, to charities, stuff like that.
Love that. How long have you been writing and what made you really sit down and start?
When I wrote my first book, I was 8 years old, and what made me sit down and start was I was homeschooled because of COVID-19, and um I was kind of just ran out of things to do, and so I decided maybe I can show the world something that I haven't yet. And so, with my mom as my typist, I started writing books.
Love that. What is your schedule like when you are writing a book?
Well, sometimes when my brother goes to sleep, I do. Sometimes when I just have free time, I'll ask my mom if I can borrow her computer. Sometimes I just write it out on a little notepad and we can bring it home.
Love that. What do you need in your writing space to help you stay focused?
Nothing really. Honestly, when I start, I just kind of get sucked into the writing.
Amazing. What is your favorite writing snack and drink?
Um, this might sound weird, but sometimes, at my mom's house, I don't really snack, but I do have water. Sometimes lemonade. Probably lemonade is my favorite. And my favorite snack is when I'm at my dad's house, I usually eat celery sticks with peanut butter.
Love it. What type of books do you personally enjoy reading?
Um, I'm reading the Tale of Emily Winsnap series right now. Um, I was also reading the comic series of The Wings of Fire, and Wings of Fire is probably my top.
Amazing. Are there any books or authors that inspired you to become a writer?
Not really, but not really author-wise, but there is a book called Scary Stories for Young Foxes, and I really enjoyed reading it, and so I decided that and so when I made my book, I thought that, wow, this is about foxes too. Maybe I can make it similar.
Love that. So, what books did you grow up reading? Do you have an all time favorite?
Um, I grew up reading The Kissing Hand, again, The Tale of Emily Winsnap, My Sunshine, A Rainbow of Feelings, things like that. But my probably top favorite book out of those is probably The Kissing Hand because my mom It's about these two raccoons um, and then the raccoon's mother has another kid, and um, and then they get a kissing hand too. And so it's kind of hard for them, but it all gets better in the end. And I really liked that because it kind of related to me.
Love that. What would you tell someone who's just starting out with reading?
Well, there's really no pressure with reading. It's something to do for fun, not just because it's stressful and you have to do it. It's reading definitely isn't for everyone. Some people prefer drawing, illustrating, writing books themselves. Um, but I really like reading, and I encourage you if you do like reading to read.
Love that. On the other side of that, what would you tell someone who's just starting to write their own book?
Well, again, writing books is something to do for fun. It's like an arts and crafts project, a really big one. And there's no pressure doing it, but it is really hard. At first it can seem like I'm really stuck. This is the end of my story. But it's really not stressful once you get into it. Like at first when I was writing my book, I didn't really enjoy the process because of how long it took to think about the idea and think about the right words. Um, and sometimes I would get really stuck, but I would always figure it out. So no matter what, you can figure it out. If you choose not to keep writing, that's fine too, because it isn't for some people. But if you really do enjoy it, I encourage you not to stop.
Amazing. What's one thing that people are generally surprised to find out about you?
Honestly, just the fact that I've written books.
Love it. Is there anything you would like to say or add?
Well, we are writing a series right now called Shelter Dogs, which is about a bunch of dogs in our local humane society, Little Traverse Bay Humane Society. And to all you dog lovers, there is a furry friend out there for you. Our local humane society also has cats, so cat lovers, you can find a furry friend there too. It's really fun to volunteer and to help out. I've heard from a lot of friends that have done it. I myself haven't done it yet, but I hear amazing things about it. Um, the dogs there that you might meet, some might be nervous, but when you take them home, they're just exhilarated and happy.
Love that. Where's the best place for readers to find your books? I know some love signed copies. Is that an option? And the best place to connect with you?
Well, at McLean and Eakin, sometimes we do drop off signed copies, and so there will be a little sign about the this big, and it'll just say signed copies, so you'll know exactly where to go basically. And um, you can also purchase them on my website and at the Covey Scenic Farm and on Little Luxuries at Mackinac Island.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We're so grateful that we got to interview you. I'll be sure to put those links in the show notes. That way everyone can find you. And again, thank you so, so much.
Thank you for having me.